Saints Vision. I'm Jim Powers, the voice of the Saints. Glad to have you with us. Hope everybody had a great holiday season as we get back to action here at Maryville in our athletic department. And joining us, the men's basketball coach, Kevin Carroll. And Kevin, it's been a little while since we've had a chance to chat. And before this weekend, it was like a big roller coaster ride for the men's team, but really solidified and really stabilized itself. Great 2-0 start in the GLVC over the weekend.
Yeah, I think the winter break was good for us. You get a chance to, get away from the academic side of things and just focus on basketball. Obviously, we had a 7-day break where we couldn't do anything with our team. But once we got back, I thought that 4 days of preparation was really good for our team. We had a couple 2-a-days there and just got a chance to, work on a lot of things that we haven't had a chance to work on when we're preparing for games. And I felt like that showed through, especially on the defensive end this weekend.
Yeah, I was just going to mention the defensive side of the ball this weekend against two very good teams, a McKendree team and an Illinois Springfield team under first-year head coach that we've seen and have given us fits for the last couple years. Really just outstanding effort defensively and then getting it out in transition and running.
Yeah, the defensive end of the ball is where we really put a lot of focus in this week. And, I think we're getting a lot better at that end. It helps when you have two guys like Max Meshklinig and Evan Booker and Josh Montague, guys back there who can kind of protect the rim a little bit. Those are some things we haven't really had as much in the past. And I think that helps a lot. And just, I think we're a young team. I mean, we've only had 3 games where we've had our entire team available. Right. And we're just continuing to get better every day, I think.
The one thing, and this is no slight to the Miles Jarretts and those bigs that have been with us for the last couple years, but the way Max and Josh have played over the last couple games, it's great to see that inside presence and scoring as well.
Yeah, and that's something we haven't seen until now. It seems to be kind of emerging, really, and it's really added a different element to our team and different dimension to our team. So I'm hopeful that it continues to occur.
The one other player that I want to talk about is Evan Booker, and I think Evan had a coming out party this weekend in front of the home crowd in the GLVC. He's played well up to this point, but I don't know what you do to him in the second, in the locker room at halftime, but he's just come out in the second half and just taken control of the game.
Well, he's a typical freshman. He has, he does a lot of things that he's very talented, and he brings a lot of things to the table that we have not had at the forward position before. But he's still a freshman, and there's still some things that he's got to continue to improve on, and maybe little things that maybe the average fan doesn't notice, but the things we work on in practice every day that it doesn't always get done. But boy, I tell you, the thing about him, though, he's obviously tremendously talented, but he is one of the most coachable kids you'll ever see, and that's why he's really in the position he's in right now to be successful.
And that's a great point, and we talked about that during the postgame show yesterday. There was a point where in the press he kind of buried himself and didn't make himself available. You call a quick timeout, and you're like, you need to be here, and you're up 21 points at that point. It's a great coaching point for him and a great moment, but that's kind of the things that you've seen out of these guys so far.
Yeah, and that's really the one thing about our team. Obviously, we're very young with 11 freshmen and sophomores, 9 of those 11 being freshmen. But I think that the guys have been very receptive to coaching. They come to work every day. They've really locked in. I mean, I felt like they were, this weekend they were really locked into the game plan. They were really locked in on the defensive end of the floor. Our offense is continuing to emerge, but they come to practice every day, and they make it enjoyable for me to practice to coach them.
It figures the schedule makers don't give us a break. Coming out of the homestand, we go right on the road, and it's Parkside and Lewis, two very good teams that once again have really given us fits over the last couple years.
Yeah, and Lewis I think is ranked 23rd, and in one poll, and Parkside's receiving votes, but in another poll, I think Parkside's ranked 7th, and Lewis is in the top 20. So two tremendous teams. I think they're both like 10-1, 11-1 right now. Two tremendous teams with a lot of experience, a lot of seniors on both their teams, and two teams that are competing for national tournament appearances. So it'll be a good test for us. We're not there yet. Just because we went 2-0 this weekend doesn't mean we've arrived by any stretch of the imagination. But this will be a good test for us to see where we are, continue to improve, to play against two quality opponents we have a lot of respect for, and just see where we are and see how we can continue to get better.
Last question. You just mentioned a lot of experience for those two teams, and that's going to kind of be the theme against a lot of teams that we play this year. How do you approach the 11 freshmen and sophomores the couple days before we leave, and then when we get on the road? How do you approach those guys and saying you just got to block that out and go play?
It's no different. It's all about the process. It's all about continuing to live in the moment and continuing to try to improve on something every single day, and that process will get us through. We don't need to worry about how many seniors another team has or where they are or what they've done. It's we need to prepare the way that we prepare, focus on the things that we focus on, and really live and trying to live in that process.
Outstanding, Kevin. We'll see you up in Kenosha, Wisconsin on Thursday night.
All right. Thanks, Jim.
Kevin Carroll joins us, as he will every Monday during the basketball season, as we review the previous weekend and then preview the upcoming games here on MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision. Make sure you follow us this weekend, as we will be tweeting live from Kenosha and from Chicago, Illinois, as we take on Wisconsin Parkside and Lewis. Game time on Thursday night. We'll go on the air about 7:20, and then on Saturday afternoon, we'll go on the air right around 3:05. For Coach Carroll, I'm Jim Powers. Glad to have you with us on MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision. Have a great week, and as always, go Saints.